Okay, now consider the following exercise. In a triangle ABC, we know angle B, angle C, side C, and I want to know the triangle, all angles and all sides. Well, before we even, let's draw the triangle. So let's imagine we are talking about this triangle in here. Any ordinary triangle. Now, what do we know about it? Well, let's call this, if this is angle A, this is going to be side A, capital and lowercase. And if this is going to be the angle B, this is going to be side B. And in the same way, what is the other pen? This one. And if we have this angle C, this is going to be C, lowercase c. Well, let's begin. What do we know? B, it is 20 degrees. So B is blue. So this is 20 degrees. What do we know? We also know that the C angle, it is 60 degrees. And we also saw that its opposite side, it is just 40. What else do you know? We also know about the green. Do you know anything about the green? About A? No, we just know this. Okay, we have three datas in here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's what you know. Well, what is the first thing you have to acknowledge for this? Well, we are going to use law of cosine or law of sine. Okay, it's going to be one of those. Now, whenever we have a pair like this, the angle, its opposite side given, it's law of sines, because when we know that, we're going to have the entire fraction known. Okay, law of sines are 3 fractions, and we gotta know at least one full fraction. Since you know it, that's it. Now let's just analyze the law of sines. What does it say for? Equals, equals, equals. The law of sine states that. I can put sine under or below, it doesn't matter, okay? So this is going to be like sine of A, sine of B, sine of C. Those are the angles. And this is just going to be A, B, C. Just like I said, as soon as we acknowledge that we have a complete fraction, and we can have everything else. Okay? Now, I would like just to start getting that angle, because from A we have nothing, and say, oh, we don't have anything here. Yes, we do have. Why? Well, let me take this pen in here, the black one. This angle is easy to determine, because the summation of internal angles, it gotta be 180, right? So this is going to be 180 minus 60 minus 20. So that angle, it is going to be 80, is going to be 100. Okay? 160, 180. So this is 100. So angle A, it is 100. Now let's put everything in here. I'm going to build this one in here. Let's put in this. Let's put in here. Now we have 3 fractions. Okay, what is the sine of A? It is just going to be the sine of 100. What is going to be the sine of B? The sine of 20 degrees. And sine of C, it is just the sine of 60 degrees. What is A? We don't know. We're going to get it. What is going to be B? We also don't know. We're going to get it. And C, we know it's 40. Okay? So we already know that fraction in here. And we know sine. Remember? Okay? 1, 2, 3, 3 to 1. So sine of 60, it is 1, 2, 3. It is going to be square root of 3 divided by 2. So this is going to be just square root of 3 divided by 2. But we also have this 40 here. So this is just square root of 3 divided by 80. Well, once we know this, the entire fraction, we know sine of 20, so we can get what is b. From that, straightforward, right? So b, it is going to be what? Cross multiplication, ignore this, just make cross multiplication, okay? Or I can do this, put b over here, 80 over there, square root of 3 down here. So b, it is going to be what? 80 times sine of 20 divided by square root of 3. Okay? And c, it is going to be what? Not c, a, right? A. A, it is going to be what? It is going to be 80 times the sine of 100 divided by square root of 3. Okay? The answer could be given like this, or if you have a calculator, you could use a calculator. Okay? Let's just use a calculator in here. So, I like to use this one. It's from the internet, it's very easy to work. Let's get b first, okay? So b, it is going to be 80. Let me try to put it this way. I think it's, yeah. Okay, it's better this way. Now, b is going to be 80 times the sine of 20, all that divided by square root of 3. I like to use this one because you see it writes everything you're doing. 80 times sine of 20, okay? Oh, and again, okay, make sure that your calculator, it is on degrees, on radians, okay? Just make sure. That angle, it is 20 degrees. So I gotta leave in degrees. If I put radians in here, I'm going to mess up because this is not, for the calculator, this is going to be 20 radians and it's actually 20 degrees. So make sure that you know how to set up your calculator pretty well. So 80 times the sine of 20 is divided by square root of 3, and this is just, so b is going to measure, I'm going to round, okay, for the integer because I'm just going to follow this one, okay? It doesn't have to, it doesn't make sense to put so many decimals. This it is 15.80 basically, which I'm going to approximate to 16. Okay, if the exercise said, okay, round to the nearest tenth, okay, but it's saying nothing, so I'm going to go on my own rounding. Okay, you can see here, right? So let's put even like this. Okay, yeah, now it's easier. Now let's get a. You can just press in here. Look, it's very easy, okay, to work with this calculator. 100 divide, just like this, okay, 80 sine of 100 divided by square root of 3. Good. And the answer is just 45.49, which I'm going to make 46. So that is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. And I would just like to comment something that always check your answers. Okay, so this is going to be B. What did you write? Let me write in the same colors. B, it is what? B, it is blue, so this is B. And the other one is going to be A, which is green. This is going to be A. I would like, there is something important to be discussed in here, because every time you do the exercise, check answers, okay? Check, they must make sense, okay? Once a professor of mine told me at university, what is the difference between us and the calculator? The calculator is dumb. Calculator can't think, just execute. So a calculator sometimes brings to us values that have no meaning. It's up to us to give meaning to that, or say that's wrong. Okay, what are the measures in here? We have 40, we have 16, and we have 46. A had to be the biggest length. Why? Because A has the biggest angle. If the side opposite to the biggest angle, it is going to have the biggest length. Look, the more we increase, take for instance this one, okay, this angle, the more we increase the angle, look what happens to this length. It widens up. So if we had if you, for some reason you get A smaller than 40, it's wrong. It must be wrong. It's never going to be smaller than 40. It has to be bigger than 40. Okay, just that I would like to discuss. Just think about it. Okay, the biggest angle has the opposite biggest sides. Okay, things must match. Okay, it's math. Okay,